Yo, what's up guys? Today we're gonna build flush floors in every situation. So if you have already built your base or laid out your cave and you want to install a war room or crafting station somewhere, that's what we're gonna basically do today. First of all, we're gonna cover if you have a regular layered base like this one over here. I'm in corner cave right now. Then we're gonna build a flush floor on a ceiling base so that we need to use cliff plats to get the other layers basically. And then the third thing is gonna be underwater instead of a vacuum chamber. And without much talking, we are gonna dive straight into it. So, first situation, as mentioned, we have a already layered base or cave, and we want to go build a daddy floor over here. So what you need to do is you go all the way down to an area where you have like regular ground. Then over here we're gonna look for a spot where we can actually find our next height, and then you can choose whatever method you prefer to lower the foundations. So if you haven't watched the video yet, I'll link it. This is my basically preferred method to do it because it's pretty easy. It is not the most accurate though. I mean, it will be flat or flush, but there are methods that are a little bit easier if you really want to make it like super clean. As you're gonna see in a few seconds. It's gonna be fine. Second settings, camera on, save back. And the camera back up so we can precisely move that thing down. I think that should be fine like that. Quickly just test it. Holds together. Locked it. Place this over here. Let's see if this is the perfect height. That's maybe a little bit low, but it should work. And then ceiling below there to test if it's holding, and as we see it's connected with that thing. When we have that tested, we can basically take that foundation and we're gonna drag it all the way up. Obviously we can't go through that place over here because it's gonna be blocked by the ceiling over here. So what you need to do is you pick up 3 ceilings, because even if there would be one that's blocking it likely. Oh no, this time. Oh yeah, as you see it's blocking it. We're gonna pick that up. And we're gonna go through that ceiling. Don't worry, you can later, as you already see, you can already fill it in. But we're gonna destroy this later. Just the support to go all the way up. And you can fill up the hole. But there's gonna be no holes left at the end. So as we see over here, we are half a wall off. We need to quickly gap that. Watch. Swap to railings and then ceiling. Test if it works. Holds up. Perfect. So we can go all the way down. Pick this up, and now you could fill the holes already. As you see, we have our floor over here. Now you want your connection points, and then you can build your daddy floor. And as we know, we need to destroy 2 sides because we're lining the daddy bucket up with basically this side and this side. And if we go to these sides, it will not be placeable. But if you place the daddy bucket first and later the floor, we probably install some tech troughs over there. It's gonna be placeable. I'll show you that. Let's see, we can then place the ceiling and it's flushing the floor. And as you see, we have installed our daddy floor over here and the tech troughs. And for the crayfish, it's basically the same. You just need to do the lowering process 2 times, but that's also explained in my flush video. Okay, for the second part, we are pretending that we're in a ceiling base right now, and below us is only air, so we can't go to the floor below us, or we can't in general go to the floor if there's nothing below us, right? What you want to do then is you take double door frames. You want to go a little bit down. You need some space. And you take a cliff platform, and you're going to place a cliff platform at a height. Probably going to be easier if you're on the same level as those double door frames. You want to look for a height where basically a foundation will stick up stick out like half the way. I'll show you that. You're gonna go a little bit down, maybe like this. This should be actually perfect, I think. Let's see, we're gonna take foundations. You can snap the foundations towards the double door frames, as you see. And we're gonna take our railings. And yes, we can perfectly load into the ground over here. Get our leather again. And we do the same process. Then over here. Find the right spot. Go it into the ground over here. Maybe like this. If you actually do it, you can take a little bit more time and place it, so you can actually get it like super flush. As you see, there's like a little edge still, but this is just because I'm like fast right now. Let's test again if it works. 3 ceilings, top and bottom level, railing, and pick up the foundation. And as you see, the ceiling is still holding over there, so we can replace that. We bring it over here, and we bring it back up below the floor, build the ceiling below, and the railing again, and we can pick this stuff up again. See, this holds up, and up here in your ceiling base you can then go ahead and install your floor. So like I said, you have no regular ground, you just use a cliff plate and install it at a distance. Like this is the double door frames I built, right? And this is the cliff plate, and you need to stick your foundation out like that, but you need to go from the ceiling first and snap the foundation towards the double door frames, not foundation first and then double door frames up, because that won't snap to your actual. As you see, without any actual floor on the ground, we can still flush our structures into the ground. So now for the third part, we want to install our flush floor inside of vacuum chambers, maybe inside or actually also below. It's basically the same. So what you need to do, and I actually went a little bit up over here so you can basically see the whole process depending on where you are. If you're pretty close to the ground, it's going to be easier. First of all, we need to drag down the vacuums. And you need to get a spot for the vacuum which is close to the ground but not too close. So maybe like this one over here. We destroy this again. We're gonna basically drag it up later. This is our connection snap point right now. Open it up. We need to get inside of it. Just like this. So over here now, this is the important part. Maybe we need another one there because we need some space to walk. We drag down the snap point from basically that thing up there. And down here we're gonna do the same process as we do with everything. Every time we do it. Like this. Like this. Now the only problem which we would have, now we would use the ladder trick, right? And try to place our foundation, but the problem is that underwater you're not static. You're always swimming around, you're shifting around, it will always move around a little bit and you basically can't find the perfect snap point. So either you use one of the static methods with fence foundations or gates or whatever they use at the moment, or you do it like that. You get a walking floor like I did over here and then you place it like that. I'm gonna show you that. That's a trick. Straighten ourselves up. Maybe let's get into first person. And then like this. The only thing is, and that's why I said you need to be above the floor. If your vacuum is too close to the ground, it will snap the foundation towards the vacuum like this, right? And you can't place it at the place where you want to place. But like I said, do like that. Find the perfect place over there. And we need to go down to the certain height that we wanted for the day box. As I showed in the beginning, if you use the camera setting with speed 1, it's like way easier to find the perfect height, but I'm just showcasing right now, so we're not gonna make it perfect. And then it should be just perfect for the height. That's good enough for us. We check if it works again. It up. Okay, didn't work this time. We need to do it again. place. Let's hope that this looks fine. Try it again. A box. Check if the height is right. It's a little bit off, but it's good enough for us right now. Oh wait, need to check if it connects. And it connects this time, so this is perfect. And now what you want to do is you take this thing and you drag it all the way to your vacuum chamber. You probably need some foundation support down there. Drag it over there. And then over here, drag it to the side a little bit because we can't, I think we can't connect it to these because it would block us from placing daddy boxes over here. We're gonna drag it to the side over here. We need to go half a wall up over here because we are half a wall off. Now, this should connect. No, it can't because we're in the middle of the vacuum. We need to go to the side of the vacuum. Likely. Do that again. This. Now the floor level. If I pick up this, it should stay. Yeah, it stays perfect. And now we've installed a flush floor straight below our vacuums. And if we place daddy boxes now, this is now just off because those things are bigger than a regular ceiling. But if I would place a regular ceiling next to it right now, you would see, can I? Yeah, that we are on the level that we want to. And normally if you would install inside of this thing, we can also do that real quick, just to showcase it. Like this, we go up there. Normally you get the connections like at proper spots, but again, this is just a showcase. We are inside of our vacuum. You can then place this and make your floor over here. And just for completion, I'm also gonna do it for cryofridges right now. So we're gonna use the already lowered floor, which is the left one over here. I already dragged it up to the side over there. And we're gonna place it right there. Try it out. And it stays like that, so we know it's perfect for us. And we're going to do the same process again and connect it to the already lowered ceiling over there. Okay, and as you see, I finished the floor over here with cryofridges, daddy boxes, and tech troughs. Only one more thing I want to advise you. If you place those daddy boxes, you might, or like every other structure, you might need to open up those portholes from the vacuum compartment. The only thing though is if you open it, it will close if you have structures like daddy boxes, cryofridges, tech troughs over here. As you see, I can open and close it even though they are overlapping, and I can show you that I can't even place one over here. Right? As you see, this is overlapping. If I open the porthole, I'll be able to press that point, place it and close this again, right? It is not possible though if you have metal structures that are in the way. As you see, I can't place this over here. I can't close this. If I take away the ladder, I can close it again. So you need to keep that in mind. If you place metal structures into those portholes, you can't place or close the portholes anymore. If it's only structures like troughs, cryofridges, daddy boxes, that will work because their hitbox works a bit different, I guess. Okay, besides that, I hope you enjoyed it and you find this stuff helpful, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye bye.